try to improv this. A long time ago, there was a man named Jonathan. He got home from work, a long day at work. He had grease all in his fingers from hard construction labor. When he got home, he tried to beat his wife home, and he did. He successfully did, and he brought home groceries because he wanted to surprise his wife and kid with a nice dinner. But when he got home, he walked up to the step and stood there, frozen in fear. He saw the door was wide open, and it struck a memory back when he was little, when the door was wide open and the guy robbed his house. Well, he faced his fears and he walked up to the door, peeked inside, saw nothing was out of place. Everything was there. No furniture knocked over, nothing. So he got comfortable. He was like, okay, maybe I did forget to close the door on my way to work. He set down his groceries in the kitchen and then walked back to the far room in the hallway. He changed his clothes, started getting ready, and he heard a loud noise. And he wondered, what could that be? So he looked out of his room door and you can see a long hallway. It is super long and it's got 3 rooms going down it and 1 bathroom. And the bathroom has its own separate hallway, and the window light shines and could cast a shadow if someone was standing there. And that's exactly what he saw. He looked down, and right there where the bathroom was a shadow being casted. He didn't know what it was, but he saw there was a shadow being casted into the hallway that he could see. So he stared at that shadow for a very long time. No one moved. He didn't move, he didn't see the shadow move, nothing. Then he got a phone call. He reached down and grabbed his phone, and it was his father calling. He wondered why his father was calling, because he normally never has time to call, because he's always at work at the prison. He answered the phone, and his father answered, and before they had time to introduce and say, hi, how you been, his father said, get out of the house, Versilia has escaped. And at that moment is when he saw that shadow move. He saw the shadow move, and every goosebump on his body just formed instantly. Hair was standing straight up and he was terrified. The shadow started to get bigger as if it was walking out into the hallway that he could see. He dropped the phone, and as soon as that phone hit the ground, you could see it was Versilia coming out and running towards him. Jonathan rushed to the bathroom door because it was the only door with a lock on it. He rushed in there, locked the door, and you hear a loud bang on the door. The bang and the door handle was shaking. Versilia was trying to get in and get after Jonathan. Jonathan had a pocket knife, and that was the first thing he grabbed was his pocket knife. And he wondered how he was going to do it, and then all of a sudden everything stopped. Silence filled the room. He didn't know what happened to Versilia. He didn't know where he went. After a few moments passed, he heard a car door closing. It was 2 doors closing. One car door slammed and the other car door slammed. And he could hear the sound of children laughing. Or child laughing. He could hear the sound of his child laughing. That's when he knew it was his child and his wife just got home. He knew Versilia would go after his family, so he rushed out instantly without a second thought. He rushed out and started running down the hallway without even thinking that Versilia would be in one of those rooms. He ran down, and as soon as he got there, his wife was walking in the door, and in the kitchen to his left, he could see Versilia coming out from underneath, from where the cabinets were. He could see him coming out and running towards his wife. He ran to cut him off, and as soon as he got there, he beat Versilia to his wife, but Versilia had his knife out and stabbed Jonathan. As Jonathan fell to the ground, he looked at Versilia with a smile, knowing that he just saved his wife and kid, and that he also used his pocket knife on Versilia.